Hello everybody, here we are again, day 2, Western Roofing Expo, and we are so lucky because guess who showed up at the Roofers Coffee Shop booth? Trent Cotney. Yeah.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Well, Trent, you have been everywhere. I've seen you everywhere throughout this show. Can you share with everybody some of the things you've done, some of your classes? They're so cool.
Yeah, we had some great classes this show. So we did one on the materials issue. That was yesterday, and then today we had the history of roofing. It's the first time I've ever done that at any show anywhere.
Wow.
Had some trivia, had a ton of slides. I brought out a lot of my personal collection on there, so it was cool.
That's cool.
And then we ended things with a presentation on subcontractors, what to look out for, how to navigate that and look for it. So it's been a great show. I had a really good time.
I love it. I love the fact how it can be so serious between material shortages and subcontractors, but then right in the middle of it, you do the history of roofing.
Yeah.
It's so fun. And you were saying that there was one person who got all 5 trivia questions.
It is. So we had a decent crowd, but the trivia questions were no joke. And, there was only one person that got all 5, and they ended up, we're going to send them a special historical type present as a result of that. So yeah, it was great. I tell you, it was kind of weird going straight from roofing into legal and subcontract, history to that, but it went great. Had a good time.
That was good. Well, we also had the legislative luncheon yesterday, and I know you were there. There's been a lot of really great information that's been coming out, not even to mention the NRCA town hall yesterday.
Right.
So what are some of the pearls of wisdom that you've picked up this week between all those different events that you'd like to share? Yeah,
so legislative luncheon was great. Craig Breidup, who also lobbies for us, always does a tremendous job. Just incredibly knowledgeable on top of everything. He went through all the key laws that are out there that are going to come out. So that was great. And then, we had the town hall yesterday. I worked with Reed Ribble and Rod Petrick to kind of navigate that. We had a tremendous panel of 5 or 6 of the major manufacturers on there. Went through a bunch of questions, and I thought it was really enlightening. I thought it was just an opportunity to start having more transparent conversations about it, and that's it's a start. I thought that was good. So
I think that's so important, and what I'm going to listen to it on the plane because we're all leaving tonight, heading back to our next road trip. But I think to have these conversations and to really be talking about it, and what I really heard at the legislative luncheon too from everybody who spoke. I mean, Reed Ribble spoke, and of course Craig, is to really just be mindful of your business. There's a lot, things are not over. There's a lot more bumpy waters out there, and people need to be really looking at that.
Yeah, absolutely. So the key thing that we've seen over the last year and a half is that you got to be able to pivot, right? You got to there's so many different issues that keep popping up that if you can't react quickly enough, you're going to get left behind.
Yes.
So my message to anybody listening to this is be mindful, listen to, the industry resources, Roofers Coffee Shop. You guys are on top of every single thing that comes out. So if there's a materials issue, if there's a quarantine related issue, vaccine issue, whatever affects your business, you got to understand that and know that so that you can navigate it. Because otherwise, that could end up hurting your profit. Yeah,
we're seeing that, and it really is. I mean, the thing we're so lucky about is, Trent, you and your team are writing for the coffee shop all the time. Writing, podcasts, we're really talking about these issues. So it's something you can actually kind of go back to and listen and read some of the old stuff and see, it did come true. Because you've been talking about contracts and material shortages since 2020.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And it's if you can read the tea leaves and you can kind of see what's going on, then it will help you figure out your inventory issues, help you figure out what you should be doing in your bids and your proposals.
Yeah.
And I don't know exactly when all these problems are going to end. But I do know enough that it's a problem and you need to do something about it. So
the other thing I would really recommend too is get involved with your associations. Trent and the Cotney team, General Counsel for NRCA, for Western States, for Chicago, for Washington. We could just keep going, right? Florida. We can't. Florida was the first. Yes. So there is no better place for you as contractors or roofing professionals to be than involved with your associations. They are working day in and day out, and we've really seen that here at the Western States, Western Roofing. That team, led by Joel Vieira, has just knocked it out of the ballpark.
Absolutely. So, Joel Vieira and the entire leadership of Western States, Leo Barra, Rob Winkle, all those guys on executive have just put together a wonderful event.
Yeah.
You know, it's so, the people here, the energy is just so great. The quality of the leads are just fantastic. You know, they've really done a good job, especially in difficult times.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, that's kudos to them. It's every time I come to any event that involves Western states, and I think you'll agree,
Yes.
it's that welcoming type environment. You know,
Right.
I felt it 6 years ago when it was the first time I came, and it's the same exact thing it is today. Everyone welcomes you, and it's just a real friendly type atmosphere.
It's like homecoming. It's
Yeah.
like going to your high school reunion, but better.
That's exactly.
I know. So, okay. You can find all this information about Cotney attorneys and consultants on Roofers Coffee Shop. There's actually numerous directories, so you need to look at the lobbying, the safety, consulting, law. There is so much information there. So please, please go check it out. And Trent, as always, for everything you do for the industry, thank you.
Thank you. Right back at you.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a great partnership. We'll be back real soon. We're going to be visiting Angie, SRS, in a couple